You've made peace with it. The licking. Maybe you turn your face away. Maybe you laugh and say stop. Maybe you've just accepted it as one of those things dogs do. Enthusiasm without meaning. A habit to manage or appreciate depending on the day. But what if every single lick your dog has ever given you was a specific message? Not a reflex, not a behaviour without content, a deliberate layered communication that your dog's biology has been sending you. In many cases, saying things he has no other way to say. Here's what licking actually is, and why it matters more than you think. Dogs are not born knowing how to lick people. They're born knowing how to lick their mother. The very first thing a newborn puppy experiences, the first physical sensation, the first contact with another living being, is being licked. Their mother licks them to stimulate breathing, to warm them, to keep them alive. The physiological response to being licked from the first seconds of a dog's life is built into every cell of their body. I am safe. I am cared for. I exist in someone's world. That association doesn't go away. It deepens. Research on the neurochemistry of licking in mammals has found something remarkable. The act of licking, both giving and receiving, triggers the release of oxytocin, the bonding hormone, the same chemical that floods a parent's brain when they hold their newborn, that rises in two people when they feel close to each other, that the human nervous system has associated with love for as long as the species has existed. When your dog licks you, his brain releases oxytocin. When you allow it, when you don't pull away, when you stay, yours likely does too. It is not a one-sided act. It is a loop, a chemical exchange that your dog's nervous system has been using to build closeness with you since the very first day you met. But that doesn't tell you what licking is saying, because licking is not one message, it's many, and the differences between them are things that most people have never been taught to read. The first kind is the one that happens the moment you come home. Frantic, full face, can't get enough. The kind that makes you laugh even when you're exhausted, even when you just want to get your shoes off. He's going for your face, your hands, whatever he can reach. And the energy behind it isn't just excitement, it's something more urgent than that. Something that has the quality of completion. This is an ancient ritual, not a metaphor. Literally ancient. In wolf behaviour, returning pack members are greeted with intensive face licking as a form of social reintegration. The greeting lick communicates something specific. You were gone, and now you're back, and the pack is whole again. It is a ritualised restoration of connection after separation, and it has been passed down through tens of thousands of years of canine evolution directly to your dog. He is not just happy to see you, he is actively, biologically restoring the bond that was interrupted by your absence. He is putting the pack back together, and you are the pack, and in his world, the fact that you came back is not a small thing. It is the most important thing that has happened since you left. Every chaotic homecoming lick your dog has ever given you was that, a reunion ritual performed with the full weight of his species history behind it. The second kind of lick is the one that happens when nothing is happening. You're on the couch, you're not doing anything remarkable, watching something, thinking, just existing, and at some point your dog rests his head on your leg and begins to lick your arm, slowly, rhythmically, almost meditatively. This one is misread more than almost any other. People assume it's a request. He wants something, he's bored, he's being annoying. Some people stop it because it feels repetitive and pointless. What the science says is more interesting than that. Research on self-soothing behaviours in dogs has found that rhythmic, repetitive physical actions, including licking, produce measurable decreases in heart rate and cortisol in the dog performing them. Licking regulates the nervous system. It is what the body does when it is deeply settled, when it has arrived somewhere good and wants to stay there. The rhythm of it is not aimless. It is the physical expression of a state. I am safe. I am calm. This is where I want to be. When your dog licks your arm, slowly on a quiet evening, he is not asking for anything. He is telling you something. He is telling you that in this moment, in this particular configuration of the world, with you here, with the room quiet, with nothing between you, his nervous system is completely at rest. You are why he's calm. The licking is how he says so. The third kind is the one that happens when you're not okay. You've had a terrible day, or you're crying, or something has settled over you that you haven't been able to name yet, and you're sitting with it quietly, and you haven't told anyone, and there's nothing on your face that you'd want anyone to see. And he comes. He doesn't stay at a distance. He doesn't ignore it. He approaches, sometimes slowly, like he's being careful about it, and he licks your face, right where the tears are, sometimes gently, just once, sometimes insistently, like he has a job to do. He knows. Dogs can smell cortisol, the primary stress hormone. In human sweat, they can smell adrenaline. They can detect the specific chemical changes that accompany emotional distress before you've said a word, before a single tear has formed, before you've consciously registered what you're feeling yourself. The olfactory system of a dog is proportionally 40 times more developed than ours. They don't just smell things, they read the chemistry of what's happening inside us. A study from the University of London found that dogs were significantly more likely to approach and make physical contact with humans showing signs of distress than with calm humans, regardless of whether those humans were their owner or a stranger. They were drawn towards suffering, not away from it. Your dog licks you when you're sad because he has detected what's wrong, because he made a decision to respond to it. And the response he brings, the only one available to him, is the most ancient form of comfort in his biological toolkit. He can't say it. He can't hold your hand or tell you it's going to be all right. So he does the only thing his body knows. That means, I see you. I'm here. Let me try. The fourth kind is the one that comes after a conflict. Something happened between you. Maybe you raised your voice. Maybe you corrected him too sharply, or lost patience, or had a moment you wish you could take back. There was friction. Not catastrophic, but real. A small rupture in the fabric between you. And then, a few minutes later, he comes. Slowly. Carefully. And he licks your hand just once, or twice. Soft. Tentative. Nothing like the homecoming frenzy. This lick asks something. It waits for the answer. Animal behaviourists call this an appeasement gesture. It is a specific behaviour, documented in wolves and domestic dogs both, that functions as a bid for relationship repair. Not fear. Not submission in the flattened, anxious sense of the word. Something more active than that. A deliberate social move toward resolution. Research on post-conflict behaviour in dogs has found something that consistently surprises people. After a negative interaction with their owner, dogs don't withdraw more than usual. They approach more. The rupture creates a pull toward reconnection that is, in bonded dogs, stronger than the pull toward avoidance. He doesn't come because he's afraid of what happens if he doesn't. He comes because he can feel the distance between you, and the distance is intolerable to him. And the lick is the best tool he has for closing it. He is saying, I've felt the break. I don't want it. I'm reaching toward you. I'm asking if we can come back. He is asking you to come back to him. Every time, without fail, with the most earnest and tender gesture his body knows how to make. So here's what all of this actually means. Every time you've pulled your face away, every time you've said stop with a laugh and meant nothing by it, every time you've called the licking a quirk or a habit or just a dog thing, there was a message going unread, the frantic greeting lick, a reunion ritual older than recorded history, performed for you because you are the pack and the pack is whole again, the slow lick on a quiet evening, his body's way of telling you that your presence brings him to the most settled, safe state he knows, the lick when you were sad, recognition of your pain, and the most complete act of comfort his biology allows, the tentative lick after a hard moment, an outstretched hand across the space, between you, asking for the warmth to come back. He has been speaking to you this whole time, in one of the oldest languages in the history of his species, and the message, underneath all of it, is always the same. You matter. I'm here. I'm trying to reach you. You were never just being licked. You were being loved, in the most specific, biological, unmistakable way that a dog knows how to love, and now you know what to listen for. Did this change how you see your dog's licking? Tell me in the comments which type hit closest to home.